Did you hear that? What was that? Good Lord. I squirted a little bit. Oh, man. You ready, Skip? Yeah, I'm ready. Hey everybody, my name is Clark Pickens. I'm the head nut here at friendsofsquirrels.org, and this is where we answer all your squirrel questions. And our question today comes from Justin Fuller, and he asks, who has the right-of-way for a squirrel or a car? I guess is what he's talking about. We can talk about that. I imagine you probably nearly ran over a squirrel. We'll get to that right after our sponsor. This week, our sponsor is we're doing the Munchbox again. So if you need a good quality Munchbox, this is the Munchbox we use here at the Refuge, and comes highly recommended. They're cedar, and you can screw them right into a tree or a fence post or whatever, and then you put the food in there, keeps birds out. They're perfect. If you want to go get one of them, you can head on over to friendsofsquirrels.org/sponsors and click the link. So, squirrel right-of-way. Well, I guess legally, the squirrel does not have any jurisdiction on the road because they are not people. And so there are no laws pertaining to any animal, really. Only humans get the privilege of being able to stop a vehicle if it is coming at them. Typically in a crosswalk, in our state, every corner is a crosswalk, so technically if you step out, a car is supposed to stop for you. But the squirrels, I mean, it could be anything. It could be a squirrel, a cat, a dog, a cow, a deer, a raccoon. I see a lot of dead raccoons. I've seen a lot of dead raccoons lately, actually. You know what, Skip? Did you see that one we were coming back from the Platte? Yeah. It was gross. It was gross. It was on its back, looking up, but only like right about the chest bone, and then the rest of it was just some sort of puree, like a raccoon puree. It was nasty. Nasty. And a lot of that, happens at night. Now I've hit a squirrel with my truck, and it's sad. And as we've discussed on here, it's one of the biggest killers of squirrels is the motor vehicle. So I guess all you can do as a driver who has a heart and doesn't want to kill a squirrel, you're first. Okay? I don't want anybody swerving off the side of the road to avoid a squirrel, a cat, anything like that. But you keep your wheel locked and straight, okay? Because when you start doing that sort of business, that's when you flip your vehicle and you die. And then the squirrel runs up in the hill and says, "What was that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Bronco?" And that's you dying because you're just rolling over. So I know it may sound a little crass, especially coming from me, someone who is a protector of the squirrel, but if it's you or the squirrel, always go with yourself. Now, you just always got to be on the watch, for it. Now around here we have a squirrel crossing signs up all over, but we do have a high number of squirrels that do cross. So we let people know. We break for nuts, and just make it aware. But as you as a driver, you just have to be aware. And I often, when Karen's driving at night, deer, deer, squirrel, it's a cat, black cat, stop, Karen, stop, oh, black cat. Black cat's not, it's unlucky to kill a black cat. But notice, if you can slow down, push the brakes hard, don't go into a slide or anything, a lot of times they'll stop and they'll run back the other way. But no, they don't have the right of way. There's no law for a squirrel. If there were, people would probably be killing themselves because they're trying to stop. I can probably lay a list on my hand all the squirrels that I've killed, and two of them are just sort of distracted on my part. You're driving down a road, you look at the radio, that thing has a death wish and it runs out in front of you. And a couple of times I didn't even know what it was till I stopped and pulled over and looked, went back and looked. Right? Oh, sorry, Chippy. It killed me a squirrel. And I have wounded one before. Coming back, well, actually coming back from the Anti-Bird League meeting, we came back and Skip and I were talking. We were in such a heated conversation, and that's it. When your eyes aren't on the prize, when you're not looking at the road, you're looking. It's kind of like you're on autopilot. You know the road so well. You know where you're going. There's not a car, and if there were a car, you'd see their lights. But a squirrel pops right out there, and Skip and I were talking about something. I think they were going to change something in the bylaws where if you didn't, something we had to put out like spikies or something on our fences, get rid of the birds. We didn't do that because the spikies, they would also interfere with the squirrels. But we were talking about that, and we're talking about how much the general was crazy and blah blah blah. And that's oh crap! I hit a squirrel. I have also hit other animals, though. I've killed 2 cats, a dog, I've maimed a cow, and that pretty much did my dots and in when I hit the cow. But didn't. And the thing about that, I had Papa when he was a little bit younger. He hit a deer with his car, decided to throw it in the back of the truck, bring it home, and cut it up, and that was just a mess. Because when you hit an animal with your car, it pretty much does it in. It's all bruised and gross and disgusting, and so don't do that. You can call the Department of Transportation. They'll come out and pick it up. They got trucks for that stuff. So anyway, Justin, what I'm trying to say is, no, they don't. Just be careful. Be careful when you're driving out there, and it is it's a mess. It's a real mess out there. I got a video this week. Someone sent in a video of a black squirrel over in Michigan, and we'll show that to you. But first, got to tell you about the Patreon. Patreon.com/Clark Pickens. That's where you can go and buy me a cup of coffee. And Lord knows I love coffee. So I put a little that hazelnut creamer in there. It's good. It's Filbert's. And have some Nutella toast. So anyway, if you want to support the show, show us that you love us, and you want to give us a couple bucks each month to do that, you can go over to the link right here, and we'll do that. So here's a video. It is from Jody Galvine in Waxham, I don't know, somewhere in Michigan, and it's a little video, and there it is running around in her backyard, evidently. So yeah, not the best video, but hey, what are you gonna do? You're not all cinematographers like Skip, right? And so if you have a question or a video or a photo, you can send that to Clark@friendsofsquirrels.org, and I will check that out and I'll put it on the show. You can also ask us a question down in the comments. We appreciate that. If you like this video, share this video with your friends. That also helps us out. And until next time, thank you very much. I am Clark Pickens, the head nut here at friendsofsquirrels.org. Did you see that moth? Look at that moth. Look, it looks like a little bird. Whoa, 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 whoa.